Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Stephen Carr War Room. This is Stephen Carr, and this is the War Room, guys. The podcast I do every now and then, and to let you know what's going on and how to get active and saving your republic and different things going on. Today, I was supposed to go to a York County Board of Commissions meeting. I was going to speak on HR 8404, Respect for Marriage Act, because it shuts down, it tax exempts and shuts down religious and faith-based Christian organizations and adoption agencies and foster care agencies, leaving those that are in that foster care agencies and um, and hold on and adoption agencies to be shut down, and children on the street, and um, contracts with parents to be broken, and hearts to be broken, leading to child trafficking on the streets. And I was hoping that with talking about it, we can get a resolution or something, a solution going to help them, to help these agencies like First Liberty Institute or First Liberty Institute or Alliance Defending Freedom, and those agencies that can help with legal cases and law cases, helping them defend their freedoms and whatnot. They don't comply to the legislation. So that was one of the things I was going to, but unfortunately I didn't get to make it there because my buddy that I was going to go with had a back problem the other day and couldn't barely get out of bed and walk. So that was what was going to happen. So instead of being there, I'm here at home, and I'm bring this podcast video to you to let you know what I was going to speak on, what's happening, and what I'm and different things also was going to speak about. So two other things I'm going to speak on is getting involved in your local state or county agency, whether it be Moms for Liberty, Free PA, your local GOP Republican Party, becoming precinct committeeman, and just getting involved and changing the party and making changes for the best. And then I'm also going to talk about the RNC Chair position, where I stand, who I like. So we'll start with the RNC Chair position first. The RNC Chair position, there's two candidates up. Harmeet Dillon, Mike Lindell, Ronna McDaniel. Ronna McDaniel has been for 4 years. It's time for a change. She has done zero to help the Republican Party. The Republican Party, and she's also spent millions and thousands of dollars on her own personal gain from the RNC fundraising money. And so has not helped at all. And she's just been a rhino, and it's her time to go. The other one is Harmeet Dillon. I like her a lot. She knows the ins and outs of the Republican Party. She she is a voting member of the Republican Party in California, conservative fighter, also a lawyer. She can fight the Perkins and Chloe of the world, and Mark Elias is in the world, has a legal mind, conservative mind. Mike Lindell, also great guy, knows election integrity, has done the symposium, Moment of Truth, knows how to Christian guy, but he's got to know where to spend the money, how to spend the money. They both do. The way I see it is that the money needs to be spent on getting out the vote. Is spent on outspending the Democrats, getting the ballots and chasing the ballots back to the voters and back to the voters, and giving the Republican committeemen and women, precinct committeemen and women, software that they need, like our votes, are just allowing them to use the GOP data center or GOP database to make their own maps, to target their own voters, to see who they get, instead of calling your local election offices, paying $20 for $20, or even just running down there to get it. A non-updated walk list with thousands of papers. Many of us use our own tools and spend hundreds of dollars on it, and I use L2 political data mapping. Works great for me. You get, but it's still costing money to get voter records. So that's one thing. The other one, our votes is a good one. We used to have that, but it was somehow turned over to Nation Builder by the Democrats, and that's how they did that. Our votes was good. It's good for Republicans, but it has not been licensed yet. We need the money to license it and to give it out, and that's what we need. You were able to keep in touch with your county chairman, and your district chairman, and precinct committeemen and women in your district and county. Target high and low voters. Make your own maps. Make your own scripts for phone banking, from your very own phone, in your house or your cell phone, instead of using robocalls. Like I say, I hardly use the robocall app. I use my own cell phone, actually. I text them to my list or call them to my phone, because it's more genuine and it doesn't sound like a robocall. It's coming in, or it doesn't spam them. It comes in with a real number. And I do that from L2 political data mapping, but our money needs to be spent towards these things. It needs to be spent towards putting up good candidates, software, fighting lawsuits, and getting out the vote, and just all around being a better conservative party. Another thing that needs to be done, and it can only be done through the Republican committeemen, is recruiting American First conservative people. Sorry. Oh man. American First Conservative People. So take this time between primary election and November to recruit people into the Republican committee. Take this time to recruit people into Moms for Liberty. Take this time to Moms for Liberty, or take this time to recruit people into PPA meetings. Take this time to recruit people to run for school board members, run for judges, run for different positions for this primary, and work on voter election integrity and different organizations. And but the only way we can change the RNC is by precinct strategy. So become a precinct committeeman and change the party from inside out. We need America First. We need evangelical Christians. We need Second Amendment people. We need Tea Party people. We need good people. We need good people in the seats. I know York County, 169th district where I am at, is pretty empty, and I think it's the 47th that's also empty in York County. We need to fill these seats in York County that I know of, and start recruiting people. Also, if you're a Republican committee person, you're a voting member of the Republican Party, which means you get to vote on leadership. You get to vote on county leadership, RNC leadership, the legislation that your party sits on, recruiting people. You get to poll watch. You get to help campaign and petition. Your conservative candidates onto the primary to be voted on in the general election. And you get to be inside the party and vote on the bylaws, and get to meet your different candidates at different meetings, and support them. So that's just one of the things they do. So if you're interested in becoming a precinct committeeman, I suggest you go to precinctstrategy.com, Dan's social site. Look into it, and look at the videos, the information he's put up. Also, contact your local GOP, ask them to become a Republican committeeman or precinct committeeman in your precinct. There's a spot empty or open. Ask them if you can become appointed, and then run in the next primary. And if there's not, you won't have to run in the next primary. It only takes 10 petitions from your precinct neighborhood people that are Republican. And then turn it into the local election office, and in the primary you'll be put on the primary election ballot to be voted on by your precinct neighborhood. I was appointed at first, and then I ran again, and I got 400 and some votes. So I did very, very well. The other thing I did, I took the liberty to put two of the people in my district onto the state as a write-in for a state committee. That were two conservatives. They only got 18 votes in my district, I guess, or not district, in my precinct poll that I saw. So that was that. So there you have it, guys. Get involved and contact your GOP. And if you want to vote for Harmony Dillon, I suggest you can go to hiremeet.com, find your state, and email your local or your state GOP representatives a very nice email, asking them and urging them that the GOP needs RNC needs a change and to hire me, Dylan. I'm not sure where you would go for Mike Lindell, um, but only the Republican committee people can do this. So I suggest you, um, I recommend that you can do it, and they would love to hear from you. Well, have a good day.